Sylvester Stallone has delivered more than his fair share of iconic action films. Rocky, First Blood, and Demolition Man are all cultural landmarks. But buried among these giants is a gem that remains criminally underappreciated: 1993's Cliffhanger. Directed by Renny Harlin, this high-altitude thriller is not only one of Stallone's finest performances, but also one of the most breathtaking stunt-driven spectacles of the 1990s. 32 years after its release, Cliffhanger still holds up as a masterclass in suspense, physicality, and cinematic tension. Set among the perilous peaks of the Rocky Mountains, Cliffhanger centers on Gabe Walker, Stallone, a former mountain rescue ranger haunted by a past tragedy. Pulled back into action when a group of criminals crash land in the snowy wilderness, Gabe must rely on his skills, strength, and knowledge of the terrain to survive. What unfolds is a relentless battle of survival, packed with brutal hand-to-hand combat, dizzying heights, and explosive action set pieces that make even today's blockbuster spectacles look tame by comparison. While modern action films often lean heavily on digital effects, Cliffhanger proudly showcases practical stunt work. Stallone, along with an exceptional team of stunt performers, took real risks to deliver authenticity, and it shows. The film's opening sequence alone, in which a rescue goes horribly wrong hundreds of feet in the air, remains one of the most nerve-shredding scenes ever put on screen. Later moments, such as helicopter fights, avalanche escapes, and ice cave showdowns, escalate the tension with visceral realism. But Cliffhanger isn't just spectacle. Harlan's sharp direction maintains a tight pace throughout, aided by John Lithgow's chilling performance as the villainous Quallen. Lithgow brings an icy arrogance to the role, providing a perfect foil to Stallone's brooding, guilt-ridden hero. Michael Rooker also shines as Gabe's conflicted former friend, and the supporting cast adds depth to what could have easily been a one-dimensional action narrative. Despite its strengths, Cliffhanger has oddly faded from mainstream conversation. Released during an era saturated with die-hard-inspired action thrillers, it was often lumped in with similar one-man-against-the-odds stories. But unlike many of its contemporaries, Cliffhanger strikes a rare balance. It's as emotionally grounded as The Fugitive, as physically intense as Speed, and as slickly executed as Die Hard. And yet, it hasn't received the same legacy love. Part of the issue may lie in shifting trends. The late 90s saw the rise of hyper-stylized action like The Matrix, and the 2000s brought shaky cam realism via The Bourne Identity. Now, long-take choreography dominates, thanks to John Wick. Amid all these evolutions, Cliffhanger's blend of brute force physicality and classic stunts seems like a relic, but that's precisely what makes it refreshing today. It's also a stark reminder of how far action cinema has drifted from its practical roots. In an era where CGI dominates and even small stakes feel overblown, Cliffhanger remains grounded, literally and figuratively. The tension isn't world-ending. It's personal. It's about survival, redemption, and one man facing both nature and his own past. Stallone has expressed interest in revisiting Gabe Walker's character, and rumblings of a potential sequel have surfaced over the years. But regardless of what comes next, the original Cliffhanger stands tall. It's a monument to the kind of visceral, high-stakes filmmaking that too often gets overlooked. More than 3 decades on, Cliffhanger remains one of the purest action experiences in Stallone's catalog, and one of the best of the 1990s. It deserves to be celebrated, not forgotten.